Good evening, everyone. Today's press briefing is to give an update on the search and rescue operation for missing mountaineers Shri Tapi Mara and Shri Niku Dao. So, we are all aware of the background details that Shri Tapi Mara has taken an expedition to Mount Humo along with one of his assistants, Shri Niku Dao, and both of them are currently missing, and this search and rescue operation objective is to find those two missing mountaineers. So the initial strategy for the search and rescue operations was plan A is to get a helicopter search and rescue operation so that we can quickly go to the location, we can get details about their whereabouts and do a very effective evacuation operation. But due to bad weather, though we are having all the helicopters and teams on standby from 30th of August, we could not fly the helicopters due to very harsh weather conditions. So given those harsh weather conditions, we came up with plan B on 31st August to send a food-based search and rescue operation team. Accordingly, all the troop movements were done on 31st August, and on 1st September we have successfully launched the search and rescue operation from Vio village, and as on today, that is 4th September, the forward team has reached the confluence point of Wapriang Bang River and Kameng River. But unfortunately, with respect to the food-based search and rescue operations, we are facing the following challenges on the field. The first and most important thing is that persistent rain for the past few days has led to the swelling of all the rivers, including Kameng, Kanya and Wapriang Bang. Today I personally went to Vio and visited the locations where crossing over Kanya river and Kameng river is present, and we can clearly see that there is a swelling of the river and heavy flow of the both Kameng and Kanya rivers, and both the rivers are now in a very dangerous conditions to cross. Secondly, extremely dangerous conditions to cross Wapriang Bang because the location of confluence point is completely out of the habitation area. There is never an infrastructure or there is no hanging bridge also available across the Wapriang Bang. The only mode of crossing the Wapriang Bang using a rope is going to be in extremely dangerous conditions due to the increase in the water flow in the Wapriang Bang. And as we are receiving information continuously from the forward team, even today from the morning till evening, there has been a significant rise in the level of the Wapriang Bang river, and all the porters which are available in those neighboring villages have been engaged for this search and rescue operation. We have also, but those porters were not sufficient, so we have pulled in ALCs and other porters from other areas of East Kameng district. But because the porters and ALCs are not familiar with this terrain, and also due to the very inclement weather, they have found this region to be very risky, and we are also witnessing heavy attrition rates among the porters that we have hired. Therefore, even with through some or the other means, if we try to push the troops to cross the Wapriang Bang, it would be extremely difficult for us to continuously maintain the supply chains and also evacuate the troops or the porters in case of any emergency. The most important precaution that we have been taking right from the beginning of the search and rescue operation is to prevent any other kind of casualty or any severe injuries to any member who is engaged in the search and rescue operation, be it army personnel, be it our own mountaineers or the porters from the local villages. So with this new assessment of the ground level conditions, we have come up with the following strategy going forward from tomorrow onwards. We will fully and effectively focus only on plan A, that is to conduct an effective helicopter based search and rescue operation. Estimated weather clearance window which is available for us is between 8th to 12th September, and all necessary preparations to conduct this operation have already been made. And because the water level is dangerously increasing in Wapriang Bang, food-based search and rescue operation is called off with immediate effect, and in the coming days, the situation in Wapriang Bang is going to get even worse. So with respect to Wapriang Bang, even before launching this food-based search and rescue operation, We have done detailed assessment by engaging some geographers. Last year we have seen Kameng River turning black, and there were some geographers who visited East Kameng district and who studied the Wapriambang River and also the Kameng River. So we consulted those geographers and we got predictions from those geographers that during the first 2 weeks of September there is going to be heavy flooding of Wapriambang and also likelihood of landslides in that Wapriambang valley. So we have got some risk assessment from these geographers, but nevertheless we wanted to give our best shot and we wanted to give our best effort to search and rescue for these missing mountaineers. So we have pushed forward the army and also the porters team up to the confluence point. But after reaching the confluence point, when we have seen that in fact the predictions have come true and there is a heavy flooding of the Wapriambang River, therefore we are left with no other option than to stop the food-based search and rescue operation at that point of time, in the interest of the safety of every member of the search and rescue operation team. So therefore, going forward, we will not continue with the food-based search and rescue operation team. We will only use helicopter-based search and rescue operation team whenever a weather window is available for us. Another option that we have been trying in the last few days was to get is to find clues of this two missing mountaineers, because we know the exact location of the camp 2 from which they have moved forward on 17th of August. So we have done a very detailed analysis based on inputs available to us from the porters and also the photographs available to us, and we have identified some locations where they might be likely be missing, and these locations we have tried to identify if there are any clues that will be available to us through satellite imagery. So accordingly, we have contacted National Remote Sensing Center and also Northeast Space Application Center. We have given the coordinates and also the timelines for which we require the satellite data. There is no satellite flyby data between 17th of August and 31st August with the National Remote Sensing Center. The same applies to Northeast Space Application Center. There was one very clear satellite flyby on 1st September, but that day was entirely cloudy and therefore whatever images are available are completely whitened. Also, upon our request, National Remote Sensing Center has contacted all the available vendors who have access to satellite data from foreign satellites also, so that if there is any possibility of getting a high resolution satellite imagery in that time window between 17th August and 1st September. Unfortunately, we have contacted all available vendors and we could not get any sub-meter resolution satellite data during that time. We got some 3-meter resolution satellite data which we have analyzed, and that satellite data was also not helpful for us to present any clues. So therefore, the options that are available currently for us are only to do the helicopter-based search and rescue operation. Today I have visited the incident command post at Vio village, and I have also conducted a meeting with the army personnel over there, the deputy incident commander and also the family members of Shri Tapi Mara. I have completely explained the situation to them and also explained our decision that we cannot go further with the foot-based search and rescue operation, and therefore we will completely rely on the helicopter-based search and rescue operation. Whatever are the wire rope safety bridges which are available on Kameng and Kanya River, in order to render them safe for the movement of the food-based search and rescue operation, repair and maintenance works have been taken up and they will be completed by tomorrow. Labor, equipment and also the material is already been dispatched to Vio village. Work has already begun and it will be completed by tomorrow. So this is the picture of heavy water flow in Kameng River as on today near Vio village. This is the water flow that is there on Kanya River near Vio village as on today. We also have a video of the Kameng River. We will share it after the press briefing with the media to show how heavy flow, how much heavy flow is happening in the Kameng River. The same kind of heavy flow is also happening in Wapriambang River. So these kind of extremely harsh weather conditions and also dangerous conditions of, especially of crossing rivers and also walking through this jungle during this time is going to put the entire foot based search and rescue operation team in risk, and therefore we have no other option than to call back the foot based search and rescue operation team. So these are the updates from us, and we will continue to pursue all options available with us as long as there is safety and security of the search and rescue operation team. So currently we are preparing for a helicopter based search and rescue operation. These helicopters are on standby mode, and the weather window is between 8th and 12th September. Hopefully we are expecting that we will get an opportunity to do this exercise effectively. Thank you very much.